Welcome to the Existential Empath Podcast. My name is Tanya and I am an intuitive empath. My intention is to share valuable tips, tools, and techniques that I have learned so you can tap into your own inner healer naturally and intuitively. I wanted to talk about emotional triggers because I am noticing in the world today people are getting triggered left and right. So are you getting emotionally triggered by what's going on in the world today? It could be because you are feeding into that energy, okay? So emotional triggers come from past traumas that we have experienced that have not been addressed or healed. And our emotions are like little magnetic balls that just attract things to us, okay? So depending on what's going on in your reality around you, you could be getting triggered by certain circumstances or situations, and only you know best what you're being triggered by. Have you had that happen where you may see someone makes a post on social media and it's charged or something, and then you decide to dive in? So you begin to share things. What you're doing is you are shifting that energy. You are beginning to participate in that energy. As you begin to participate, those energies that were once, focused on someone else or focused in another area are now being focused at you. So what's going to happen as you begin to participate in that? Your triggers are going to naturally come to the surface. Not only that, but you're going to be triggering other people around you. So the best way to handle what's going on in the world today, when you begin to find yourself being triggered, is to go into a state of observance. So what that is doing is it's allowing you to not participate in that energy. So think of it like you're in a forest, okay? You're in a forest with all of these trees and you're looking around you and all you're seeing is a certain perspective, a certain standpoint, okay? Now, take it from another perspective. You're in a helicopter and you're flying over that forest. You are seeing things from a much larger perspective, a much broader field of vision, right? So when we go into that state of observance, it's allowing us to be in that helicopter. It's allowing us to see things from a much broader perspective. So if we aren't in the trenches, in the mix of that energy going on, and we're just stepping back and observing all of that energy going on, we see things from a whole new way, a whole new light. And it allows us to process through what that emotional trigger might be stemming from. So if you're getting triggered by certain things happening in the world and you're getting yourself all amped up, this is being created in your own thoughts and in your own mind. You are creating this energy. You are creating this reality around you. So if you want peace on the outside, you've got to find peace on the inside. This is the universal law of correspondence. As above, so below, as within, so without. What we create on the inside is a direct result of what's being created on the outside. Many of us right now are allowing the outside to create how we feel on the inside. We got to switch it around, create the stability, go into a state of observance. Don't participate in the negative energy. Don't fuel that energy, okay? Stay in a state of stability, in observance, and you will begin to notice your life will shift. Your reality will change. You will not be so amped up, so argumentative. When you observe those emotions that come to the surface and you ask yourself, why am I being triggered by this? What in my childhood happened that's creating me to be triggered by this? Many of us have been programmed from the day we were born. Even in the womb, we've been programmed to believe a certain way, okay? Our life experience is a direct result of how we were programmed as children. Each and every one of us, each and every day, have a choice to change that program. I kind of look at it like you've got a record player, okay? The record's playing and then it starts to skip, right? Starts to skip. Many of us want to pick up the needle and keep playing that song, keep playing that record. But what we really need to do pick up the needle, take off that record, and put on a totally new record. So we are getting so caught up in that program that we've been taught as kids, and we don't want to change it. That's how we were raised. Those are the belief systems that we have. And when we begin to see people challenging or threatening our belief system, it's called cognitive dissonance. It creates triggers within us, and we begin to be these little pressure cookers. I always say we're like instant pots. So if we aren't releasing that energy in a positive way, if we aren't releasing those emotions in a positive way, then it's just bubbling up in our body. And it's going to bubble to the point where it's going to try to come out. And these things are going to come out through lashing out at others, through physical ailments and symptoms, through emotional meltdowns and breakdowns, through anxiety, through depression. All of these different things are going to bubble to the surface. And if we are allowing our outside reality to dictate how we feel on the inside, then we're never going to overcome that cycle. In order to heal, we've got to start from the inside. We've got to heal that inner child from the inside. And then once we heal that, we stand in that state of observance, whether that be through meditation, through deep breathing, through prayer. Observe your thoughts and your emotions and come at them from a conscious standpoint. Then that allows us to release that energy. You deserve to navigate your life in alignment with health, happiness, and abundance. To learn more about the services that I provide, including Beyond Quantum Healing Hypnosis, EFT tapping, and the Emotion Code, visit my website at www.theexistentialempath.com.